Hey. Thought I would share a little farm tour with you. There's Mama and her 3 babies. Really hard to get film of black babies in a dark place. Let's just go for a little walk. And pardon all my messes. We're going to start in the greenhouse. As you can see, it's nice and warm in here. 86 degrees. And I'm doing cheater shade stuff right now because it gets so hot in here. I bought a shade cloth and we just haven't had a chance to put it up yet. There are lots of peppers growing, tons of messes. It's the last of the lettuce. Fig trees in the back. And as you can see, peppers, onions. I've got some holy basil that's just kind of getting going finally. Eggplants. Look at those beautiful flowers. Those are peonies. I doubt they're going to bloom this year, but it can happen. So yeah, that's my happy little greenhouse. Let's go for a walk. Over here I have Jerusalem artichokes, and kind of made a mistake on the fencing on this because that is not a big enough hole in the bottom for me to reach my arm in very far, so I can't really weed. I can around the edges, but that's it. Let's go take a walk in the garden. I'm going to show you all my many projects, and hopefully you'll avoid looking at my messes. We'll start in the front corner here, which is just purely flowers. These are columbines. They come back every year. This was a little plant, seriously maybe 4 inches tall when I rescued it. Sunflowers in the corner. Those are a teddy bear type sunflower that only get about 4 feet tall. It won't get any taller than that. And then there's oriental poppies in the back that I'm hoping will go well. And this is my little cook stove that I'd shown you. And I have nasturtium in the front, and then these are bachelor buttons. I don't know that I'm going to grow bachelor buttons again. I don't like how, gangling and kind of, And the flowers are pretty, but the plants are just kind of wild looking, and I'm not wild about that. So I've got all kinds of herbs along the back there, more nasturtium, anise, and chives, and mint, and oregano back there, more sunflowers. This is summer savory, which I really like. It's really good with meat, beef or pork or whatever. I have a couple of apple trees here that are going to get planted out. That day hasn't happened yet. Sorry, back to the herb garden. This is fenugreek. I've never grown this before. I don't even know what you do with it. Several kinds of parsley and basil. I think I said this was anise. It's not. This is chervil. Sorry. That's parsley. Oh, and look at this stuff. I have got this in every single freaking bed in here. It's beautiful, but invasive as hell. More mint. Lots of nasturtium growing just because they're beautiful. A little fountain. More mint. This is ranunculus. And those are petunias. And dahlia and petunias. Another dahlia. More ranunculus. Flowers. Potatoes growing here. More petunias. More potatoes. More potatoes. That is foxglove back there. It's the only inedible thing I'm growing. Actually, it's poisonous, so probably shouldn't be in the garden, but it grows well here. So, more ranunculus. Happy little bird bath. Rosemary doing well. So I've got, this is a squash plant, and those are my pumpkins. Here is my rhubarb. You can see it's did a flower and is going to seed. I think I'm going to take those seed heads off and put them around the property, see if I can get some rhubarb to naturalize. I don't know that it will, but anyway, oh, there's the lake. More flowers. So here is the beginnings of the rest of it. That's collards there. Those are shallots that came up from last year, so I'm going to let them go. You can see my tomatoes are struggling. I put them out too early. It was past the date, but yeah, we got kind of a cold snap and they all went, oh my God, I don't want to be out. So, but they're going to be fine. You can see they're kind of starting to pick up now. I've got something that just attacks the crap out of stuff. This is a zinnia, and look at that damage. So I've got neem oil that I've been using to try to see if I can combat that, and diatomaceous earth. And more tomatoes, more tomatoes. Excuse me. Peppers, also, as you can see, attacked and attacked. That's a calendula that volunteered from last year, and parsley that volunteered. Now let's look at our brassicas. Now these are red cabbages, as you can clearly tell, and obviously one didn't make it. And lots of cabbages in here. Lots of this bug damage, but we'll see. I had no intent to grow this many red cabbages. That was totally an accident, but this will have a lot of red sauerkraut. And you can see a lot of hail damage, lots of holes like that, but it's okay. This is a variety called Asparabrock. It makes broccolini. It's doing really well. I don't know that I'm getting enough broccolini for the space committed to it, but that'll be, I don't know, I need to think about that. Dill interplanted with my brassicas. There's more buried up in there. These are cauliflower. I'm not sure how they're doing. And the asparagus and strawberry bed, which is desperate need of weeding. But it's looking good. The slugs are going to have a field day with all of that. I'm making you dizzy yet? I've got all these pots along here to try to get some additional growing space. What the hell? Did you see that? Look at that. You see that little critter? There's Dina. So as you can see here, my beans are under attack. Looking very unhappy. I have squashes and cucumbers, which I know I have them planted closer together than they ought to be, but you know, it is what it is. All of this lettuce volunteered from last year. And these beautiful flowers, Johnny Jump Ups, oh, little baby, are also invasive as hell. They're in every single bed. But they're so pretty, I don't have the heart to tear them all out. My peas, starting to get flowers on them. Oh, and look at this beautiful thing. That is a coral geranium. So I have some beets growing, carrots up the middle. See a big weed, peas, sunflowers in the end of every bed. Oh, and check this out. I have mushrooms growing along the edges of these beds. Some in the beds, which I'm just figuring it's a good idea. Life is life, right? This is all dill that volunteered from last year. More carrots, sunflowers. Look at these purple pea flowers. If I could get a good shot of that. Nasturtium, those beautiful things. This is a yarrow plant, yarrow, whatever. That was also a little tiny thing. Look, it's becoming just a behemoth of a plant. I think I'm going to move it because it's too much real estate to give up to a flowering plant that I don't do anything with. Lots of peas, they're looking good. Onions are looking pretty happy. These beets up the middle are looking good. Beans and squashes and things on both sides. More onions. They're also looking pretty good. This is walking stick kale. I bought it from Baker Creek. It's supposed to get to be like 8 feet tall. I haven't eaten any of the leaves yet on this. Well, maybe I did have some, but looks like something has eaten some of it. And it took some real hail damage. Look at that. So, more squashes growing. I've got my little corner garden thing. This is the lovage that was in the front bed before. It grew to be like 12 feet tall last year. So it's off to a slower start because I moved it. But hollyhock there. And then all of the potatoes. I have a couple of beds of Yukon Gold here, and some just plain russet, a couple of varieties I haven't tried before. So I have 1, 2, 3, this is one bed, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 beds of potatoes. So I hope I'm not making you dizzy. I'm probably terrible at this. Another brassica bed. This is all kale, pretty much. There's some broccoli in here, and then this is a calendula plant, and there's some marigolds. But it's just doing. I love kale. I'm going to be picking a bunch of this to eat. Got quite a few of these little spittle bugs around. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, kale is one of my favorite foods. I know it's weird. And then walk through spiderweb. My center flower bed. This has been kind of a revelation to me. The lupins are just gorgeous. They're perennial, come back every year and look great. Mosquito plants here. Let me show you some of what's in here up close. Oh, well, this is a sage variety called melon something that I bought. There's the tag. Honey melon sage. It smells amazing. I want to get some of that to make tea with. This is another sage variety, just plain one, but very, very yummy. Lots of these little Johnny jump ups. This is orange thyme. It smells so good. I wish I could share that with you. Is that right? Yeah, no, this is lemon thyme and this is orange thyme, I think. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is orange thyme. It's got a much smaller growing habit than the lemon thyme does. It smells so good. I wish it were here. This one is called Dune Valley thyme. And look, I love this. If it goes to flower and grows, I think I want to put that in the walkways here and let it be something that can spread. This flower, I haven't ever seen a sage flower before. It's just gorgeous. And then I bought these hen and chick succulents, which I suspect that this is not good, what they're doing here. I think they're going to flower and die. But they're pretty for the moment, and they made a little baby. You can see that. More these Johnny jump ups. I don't even know what this is. I saw it in the Lowe's or someplace and went, oh, I gotta have that. That's how I roll. And all these little smiling faces of these pansy and viola flowers. I've got a marigold here. Look at these beautiful lupin flowers. And they're just such an amazing thing. So yeah, sit back here in my garden and look down the rows. And everything's doing really nicely. Oh, let's look at that. I don't know what this is. It's vining on this fence. I didn't grow it, it volunteered there. It's probably something native and noxious or something, but I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, that takes us to the end of the garden tour.